So now there's some talk that JT Miller might sign an extension. And that's cool. I like JT Miller. He's a great player. I think the Matthew Tkachuk situation has kind of fucked over everything because he's no longer the best winger on the market. Like, why would you get a 29-year-old when you could get a 24-year-old who's arguably better? And I'm not saying it's easy to move these players because they're both going to want a fuck ton of money during an extension. I would still prefer if they traded him because they're in need of a top four defenseman. And you could sell high right now. Well, it's actually going down more because of Tkachuk, but you could still get a pretty good package for JT Miller. At the end of the day, we know someone needs to get traded though, because if you're going to extend JT Miller, he'll probably want $8 million. They need to lose cap, and they're over right now. I think he's realistically probably a 70 to 80 point guy when staying healthy. And people are like still getting mad that we're talking about JT Miller and it's like somehow hurting his feelings and his family's feelings and shit. And that could be true, but like it's July. Like, what else do you want to talk about? It's July and this thing hasn't been resolved yet. Do you think he's on Twitter refreshing it every 5 minutes like you are? He's probably on a yacht somewhere, living his best life. And here's you. It's just weird how some people need to like gatekeep other people's feelings. Well, you don't know what they're thinking. Maybe he's fucking loving it right now and he's like, oh yeah, they all want me to be fucking traded. I'm gonna fucking score like 80 goals next year. Be so fired up, show all those stupid fucks. Almost as fired up as Shane Wright's gonna be when he plays Montreal. Like, we might be having these conversations every year. It might be next year with Horvat if he doesn't get signed soon. And Pedersen too is coming up. But what do I know? I'm just a guy mumbling to a computer screen. Like, I should really talk clearer. I mumble all the time. It's a fucking miracle anyone listens to this shit. It's interesting, like, who's getting traded if they're keeping Miller? It's not Dickinson. No one's taking that contract. Probably not Pearson. He's probably a third liner. Like, he's a second liner when matched up with Horvat. They have too many forwards, so like it has to be Connor Garland, right? Which is kind of sad to say because I like Connor Garland. He's a great skater. And he got 50 points last year. 50 points on a shitty team. Well, half the season was shit. He actually faded away a little bit during the end of last season. Yeah, they got too many forwards and one of them's got to go. And then now Ilya Mikheyev's considered a top 6 forward to certain people. And Connor Garland is a very movable contract to the team with enough cap to take him. Just under $5 million for a top 6 forward. Okay, that's enough for today. Okay, bye.